Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached. This is my card I'm going to be doing today. Isn't it adorable? There's quite a few different techniques that I'm using on this, but it's really quite simple, but like a lot of different things. So it's a learning, a learning night or video today. It's not night. What is wrong with me? But anyways, what I did is I used the timeless arrangement, but I only used that stamp and that stamp. But what I did do is use the dies. Now this is the timeless arrangement dies, and I used every one that's missing. Helps, doesn't it? And I used the go-to greetings, just a note. Now you can do whatever you want. Then I used the Delightful Doily hybrid die and embossing folder, and I used the Artistic Decorative Mask, and that one is this. So what I first did is I cut a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square, and I put this die on it and ran it through the cut and emboss machine, and then I took it out and I put it in the Delightful Doily hybrid embossing folder, and it got these awesome detail on it. It's gorgeous. It truly is gorgeous. So I'm going to put this away and show you what I did. Now, I didn't want just straight cardstock. I wanted to have light and dark on the same leaves or the same flowers. I just didn't want it to be solid. So what I did is I cut a strip for 2 by 4.25, and that did all the greenery that I have on there. Then I cut 1.5 inch. This is 8.5 inch length, and I cut 1.5 inch, and that's what I used for the rest. This is the Poppy Parade. See how it's light and dark all over, and this one's even more so. I just put it on, and if it was like here, there's globs, that was okay, because it shows up beautifully when you die cut it out. It doesn't look like this at all. As you can see, it's just all it just gives it detail, depth. So there's Flirty Flamingo, and this is Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Mossy Meadow, and Poppy Parade. So once I had those all colored, then I took the dies and put it on top. So I'm going to show you how I did the Coastal Cabana. Oh, could not get that one out, could I? So I have my different brushes, and I did not sponge it or blend it out here to get a perfect piece. I just came on and colored. And I have lights and I have darks, and if you want just dark, then you just do that. Now this is a lighter color, so well, probably needs to be re-inked, but anyways, this is not a dark color coming off, but I didn't want dark. I wanted the light and the dark. I wanted the difference. I hope you can see the difference, because that's how I wanted the its status, really, and all the different flowers. Now I will grab this. This is the one I used, and this one. Now I've got enough of those, so what I'm going to do is I need more of these, so I'm just going to run it through like that. And I have my cut and emboss machine, my mini here. I love this mini. Like, it fits on my desk. I don't have to get up. If I'm being lazy, or if my knee or hip are bothering me, I can just sit here and I can run it through. I do not have to get up and go to my big one. I still have a Big Shot. I don't have the large cut and emboss machine, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you have works. So, as you see, it pops out, and then I take my pokey tool and pop it out. Now for this one, I did this, another one just like this. That's why I wanted to show you what I was doing. And then the flat one like that. That's, so there's, and this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could, if you want to do another one of those, run it through with this, then just add it to your design. It's not a problem. But I wanted to see you to see that you can do just part of this, because I wanted 2 of the larger sprays. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to put this over here, get that out of the way. I can't pick up anything today. Kept dropping everything. That's crazy. So what oh yeah, I need that still. So when I started doing this card, this is Coastal Cabana and this is Pool Party, and they're beautiful combination. So it's like, okay, and then I looked what colors go with it. So these colors go beautifully with it, and I cut my doily in half. I just put it in my paper cutter, and I cut it along the center. This is a point, that's a point. You center it, you cut it, you get 2 out. I didn't want the whole thing. So when I put this on, and I had the flowers there, this just, I didn't want to do it with an embossing folder. I just didn't want to do that this time. So I got out my mass, and it's like, which one do I use? So I came up with this one because I don't like a lot of patterns that take away from the flowers, because I wanted the flower and just a note and the doily to be the focal point, but I wanted some depth added back here. And I ran this through my cane embossing folder so that it kind of looks like a basket, but I wanted it to open this way. I don't know, I could have done that, but it just didn't appeal to me as much as doing it this way. I thought that was unique. So what I did is I got my blue Coastal Cabana and my blending brush, and I inked it up, and then I just did little areas. I did some, and I'm missing some in the area. See, I went back and forth. I didn't want it solid. I wanted some white in there. You can do it just like this and go back and forth like that. If you do that, then you will want to put Scotch tape here and Scotch tape here and attach that. How you fold Scotch tape one piece, you fold it and it's sticky on both sides. Stick it underneath there, and then you put this on top and just color it in. Sometimes I have had a hinge on it too. You attach it here so that I can lift it up, or here and lift it up. But I didn't want it to be the same. Like, I just want it, just my personal choice for my card. I wanted it to be different and have the different look to it. So then I brought this along, and I thought it's beautiful. And when I get the flowers underneath there, it's really nice, but this was too plain. What I had originally wanted to do was a salutation that was long. All I had were Bible verses, and I just didn't want to do that with this card. So I came up with doing this doily, so I'm going to glue that down onto there. And actually, I think I'm going to do the flowers first before I get going that way. I have sorted everything out. And they come like this. You don't have to keep them attached like this. They can be individual. See, I've cut these all apart because I didn't want them just to be like here and then say here, because this is an extra piece. It didn't have a thing attached. So I got going, and it's like, no, I think like some of these I did do them with the base attached, but you don't need to. You just put them wherever you want. And what I did is I started out with my leaves. My goodness, Cheryl. And you make sure that they don't go past that edge, because you have this is attached to this, and it just goes to that edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Seal Plus, just like that. I got a little bit too much. And then what you do is, I just had the green one. There it is. And you put them in the framework of this and that. I hope that makes sense to you. So now I'm coming along here, and this is going to go in like that. And gotta bring out my colors here. I've got something on my fingers. See, that one I'm leaving attached, and then I'm bringing in this one, and that one's going here. And once I get, I'm doing build up of layers, then I will have to re-glue, but so far I'm doing okay. Now I'm yeah, I stopped talking immediately, didn't I? There. Now I'm going to cut this off. There's no, you don't need it on. And then I'm just starting to fill in back here. I have an extra one. I have an extra two. How did I do that? Oh, tweezers. I'm struggling today with holding on to things. There we go. And now, there it is. Now I'm going to bring in these. Okay, so I'm going to see that. I'm going to cut that off. Get these. I have an itch. Now I'm going to put a bow and the just a note in this area, so I'm not putting a huge amount of items right around here, but it's filled in enough. See, isn't that pretty? This timeless arrangement was not on my radar right at first. I don't know why not, but it just kind of didn't seem to strike my fancy. But then I started looking more in depth at it and at the dies mostly. Because at first I thought the dies were silly. Oh, honestly, Cheryl, sometimes I'm not the smartest when it comes to certain things, but I did smarten up and I really like it. Now I do not like floating flowers. So I'm going to have to glue them from both sides because they can be easily torn off because they're quite fragile. So I'm going to attach this. I want it at the very edge. One more of these, so I think I have had such an itchy face the last couple days. It's like, what is wrong with me? Actually, I'm going to cut that off. Yeah, pokey tool. I have so much glue on my fingers, everything wants to stick. There. No, that did not work. Attach my glasses to my face, and that's where it was. I knew there was a spot I had found that it would go underneath because I had it underneath there and pulled it out because it stuck to my fingers. Yeah. I have 2 fingers that are sticky, and every time I touch it, I bring it back out. Well, let's try it this way. Hold it for a couple seconds. There. Now I'm just going to attach a few daubs of glue, because see, it's almost totally lifted off. And I just want it so that it can't break off, so that they're not flipping around. So how's everybody doing today? This will come out on Friday, this video. Obviously it's not Friday today. I'm trying to get things done up ahead because this is canning season, and I have to have time to can, get everything done up for the winter. Okay, so now that that is done, it's pretty cool, isn't it? I hope you like this, because I really like it. Put this away because I don't need it again. So I am just going to cut that off. I have just a fraction of extra. Nope. There we go. That looks better. Now we're gonna So has everybody had holidays yet this year? Or are you going on holidays? You gonna do anything special? We had a blast on our holiday. It was so nice. 2 of our kids came, and we had 2 cottages, and we went there. They came to our place. We basically had 2 meals over at their place. We each brought our own food. One night we decided we were having steak, so we took steak over, and I had some mushrooms and onions that I fried up for Bill and I, and there was another vegetable, I can't remember what it was, that we had, and fresh tomatoes and all the wonderful things about summer. And so we just had a wonderful time, just such a blessed time. there. Okay, now I am using Smoky Slate for the inside. And then I'm using Flirty Flamingo for the envelope. So I will show you. Oh my goodness, what I did. So I started higher here and went down. And then I took my Mossy Meadow. This is dark old olive, that's what it is. Because old olive and Mossy Meadow are exact same tones. I didn't want it too dark. And then I took my dark Flirty Flamingo and I went around the edge. And just did the outline with the dark. I got the optometrist to adjust my glasses because they were hurting. There was a soft, tender spot on the side, and now they're so loose that they fall down. And I keep having to adjust them. I think that's my old one. Yeah, this is better. Isn't that pretty? And I took this just like that. And I get that out of the way, filled it in with my dark old olive. Just like that. And you would never know that I didn't mask it. I like that part, that I did not have to mask it. So put those aside and put this on the inside. go. Isn't that pretty? Now we are going to get out this thing again and start gluing. And I'm just using the bigger spots. Now I want to make sure I get the edge down, so that's why I'm gluing all this. I'm putting the tiniest little bead of glue. Now it's going to go in the center as best as it can. Ooh. There we go. And just go like that. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? Now, what I did is I took a scrap of paper, as you can obviously see, and just a note. Oh, I didn't put the glue lid back on. Bad me. And I took my Coastal Cabana there we go. Put this aside, and then I fussy cut around this. Just like this. Remember, the cardstock moves. Your scissors don't move. The cardstock moves. And just go in and out and around. And you have to go up in there far enough that you're close so that you can come back and make it look nice like that. I hope you can see, and then I go in, and it's kind of like a wave that I follow, like that. And someplace I have one already done. Oh, I did have one already done. There it is. I knew I had it done. Now I need my picky tool, and I'm taking my, I used the mini dots, and I cut the mini dots in dimensionals, dots, mini dimensionals in half so that they, or a length of them, skinny length, so that these pieces wouldn't, they would be glued and they wouldn't fall off, because they can get ripped and torn off. Just like that. And now I'm going to make my bow. I use about 7 inches. gotta hang on to that so that I can put it up through there, and then I pull it tight, and then I pull it the direction I want it to go. Just like that. And then I will grab my scissors that I have to put away. And I'm cutting it like that. It's going to go in there. Now I'm getting my glue dots. Now make sure you pull your streamers, the length of the ribbon down, and glue it. And pop the top part up so that it's not glued down. And it forms this nice bow. Now if you need to glue these down, go right ahead. There's no reason why you can't do that. I have done it in the past, but these look like they're going to stay down, so I'm good with that. Put those aside. Put this aside and attach it. There we go. I love my organized ribbons. Oh, that wasn't supposed to do that. I'm just using old pearls that I had. I don't want them to go to waste, so I am using them up. I hope you don't mind, but they're waste otherwise. So I am doing 2 of the small ones. Yep. I think I need to get my putty end out more now. Oh, maybe I'm at the end. Yeah, I might be the end. I have to get a new one in there. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, now we're going to do the envelope and then we will be done. I have to clean my stamp because I stamped this in gray before. Now you can do exactly like I did for the inside, but I didn't want to have to color the envelope. So I thought if I do it like this, then I don't have to color it. It's fine like that because it's one of the colors. I just pulled it out, and there. Now you can't see that, and it's very light, but it just adds a little bit of depth. So what do you think of my card? I'm gonna have to clean up a bit before I can put anything down. Put those away. So what do you think of my card? Do you think there's any difference in them? There's a difference in this. Some of this is lighter. There's nothing here where there's nothing there. Each card is an individual. So I hope you like this. I had so much fun doing this card. It just evolved, and yeah, I was quite pleased with it, and I hope you like it too. Thank you so much for being here and spending part of your day with me. It means so much to me. And if you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel, but it's not going very fast, but that's okay. I just keep plugging along, and hopefully enough people will see the work that I do, and maybe they will like it and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye now.